Hi, I'm Michael Tivana from Ono Gardens, and we're going to talk about turmeric today. Turmeric is a very popular, fast-growing plant that people like for anti-inflammation. When you're sick or you have a disease, you're inflamed. You want to get that inflammation down by taking turmeric capsules or putting it in your cooking, in your food. What we have here is medicinal turmeric or blue turmeric. And when it grows, it'll have a black line in the midrib. As it gets older, the black line goes away, but the medicinal turmeric has because of the black line, and they call it black turmeric, but it's actually blue, where the culinary turmeric is orange. Okay. So we dig up around turmeric bulb, and turmeric can grow through the weeds. It's very hardy. It's hard to kill. Once you plant turmeric in a place, that area is always going to have turmeric in it. You're never going to get it all up. Okay. So there's two parts to the corm here. There'll be the basic corm, and then off the corm is growing the turmeric for processing. Here's a corm. This is for planting. So we plant that. And this is white turmeric. Usually around the outside here it'll be blue, if it's blue turmeric, but they're both medicinal. And you can shave this, dry it, powder it. It's really strong, so you don't want to eat it straight. That's why they don't use it in cooking.
What's it normally taste like?
Like a really strong ginger, so strong you can hardly keep it in your mouth. Yeah, it'll be blue on the inside. Blue turmeric. This is a corm that you replant. One thing about growing turmeric or ginger, plants like that, indoors on the mainland in the temperate climate, you can grow it in a pot and it'll just keep growing. You can go cut off pieces all year round. You can keep it growing almost all year round. It will die back for a couple months, and then it'll come back after that. But generally, you can kind of keep it going, and you can just take off some pieces as needed.
So you dig it up and you take off pieces, and like, how would you take off pieces?
You just dig up. You got a pot this big, say, and it's growing in all directions. Just cut off a piece. It'll have pieces, stems coming up.
Oh.
It'll be maybe 6 inches long. Maybe you want that piece. Just use a hand trowel or a shovel, little tiny shovel, and you can break off pieces. And it'll just grow back.
And then you just boil it, and then how do you process it?
Well, you shred it, you dry it, then you run it through a food processor. Then you put it into capsules or put it into a tea, but the tea's pretty harsh too.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, so if you're gonna drink it or eat it, you want the orange turmeric. You don't want the blue or white turmeric.
So what would the blue be good for? Inflammation?
They're both good for inflammation, but the medicinal one is so much stronger. That's why they can't use it in cooking. But it's so much stronger to heal you, to bring down the inflammation.
Awesome. And so Ono Gardens makes turmeric tinctures as well.
Yeah, we turn it into a tincture. We shred it and put it into either glycerin or alcohol, depending on what the demand is. And then we also sell these corms. So you can ship off for one of these, put it in a pot, then when it grows out, you just cut it off the pieces. So now we're washing it. Wash it in a tub here. This is one of the many tubs we have for our ducks. Everything feeds another system. So as we're cleaning the mud off of the turmeric, it feeds the ducks. And they love mud. So there you go. If there's any mosquito larvae in here, the ducks will eat it. So it's like a mosquito trap as well. Ducks love mud. So we're filling this up with mud. It's like candy to them. So this is the first stage of cleaning it. After this, we're going to use a hose. And see here, this is another corm. This is what you want used to start another plant. You don't do these side shoots so much. You eat the side shoots, but you save these corms to plant. Okay, so what happens when you are inflamed? Well, your muscles are going to ache, your joints are going to ache if you've been doing it for too long, and you're going to get a fever if you're really inflamed. So if you want to get rid of the fever, want to get rid of arthritis, want your muscles to relax after a good workout, have a couple capsules of medicinal turmeric. Turmeric is also good for the lungs. Bronchitis, asthma, things of the breathing part of our bodies. It helps with that. So you want to get all the mud off, especially if you're going to be selling it. So that's a nice corm there. That'll be easy to grow. It would be nice if it was in someone's kitchen. They don't need that much sun, so they'll winter through. As long as you just keep them warm, they'll grow through. So it's an amazing plant. It's good for a lot of things. So turmeric is a rhizome. It grows on or near the surface. So when you plant it, you put it maybe 3 inches down underneath the top of the soil. And you water it. Depends on the soil. Should be a nice loamy soil. But it'll grow in a variety of soils. You don't want to keep it too wet. It'll rot. But I don't know if you're a cactus kind of person. You might water once a week, once a month. It depends on how much the moisture is held by the soil.
So how long does it take to start sprouting?
Take about 4 to 6 weeks, and you're going to have a sprout.
And then
You take off the roots. You get just the, see there, you take off the roots a little bit. Well, you can grate it with the Cuisinart, you can grate it by hand. You just grate it down into little flakes. Then you dry it.
how long does it take to dry?
Take about a day to 2 days to dry. Enough to put back in the food processor to turn it into a powder. Then you can put it in capsules and take 1 or 2 capsules a day and you'll be healthy. It'll keep the doctor away.